They will see us if we keep going on. The fort is well guarded, but there may be another way in.
Oh, we can just charge straight ahead. What defense force do we...
Be difficult. I say we look for another entrance.
What defense force do we portable is hitting the PSP Vita? It'll be an exciting entry to the series, but none of the portable series has ever came to America yet, so it's also a bit sad, but maybe they'll consider releasing it in America as the Force Vita title, perhaps. 3D hasn't been doing a whole lot the last time I checked, so that could be exciting, you know. Really, portable Tokyo monsters. Because I know the Insect Armageddon wasn't the most exciting thing in the universe, that's for sure. I mean, it was alright. I think the job system was the best thing about it, but I mean, what can you do? You can't do everything in the universe, you know. Okay. So, now here was the other thing about Dragon Quest. So, basically, and this is probably the best way to sum this up, a drastic change of Dragon Quest V really attracted players from children to people 60 years old or even more to an MMO-style RPG is a risky prospect. For starters, kids won't even have the finances to pay for a monthly subscription fee, which would gravely limit the game's appeal. However, Square Enix has a solution for their getting kids on MMO. A solution. Kids Time. Kids Time was always recently talked about in the past. It just wasn't explained in detail exactly where it was going to be.
Excellent.
Kids Time is officially 2 hours of free playtime every single day. On weekends, users will be able to play Dragon Quest X online for free from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays. You can play from 4 to 6, and on weekends, Kids Time will be efficient from 1 to 3 p.m. While the 2 free hours from play each day are meant for children, Square Enix isn't imposing any actual restrictions aside from the time that they're at, which is more suited for school kids. Dragon Quest X will be released on the Wii August 2nd. The Wii U version is still a later date and has no specific unique features known quite yet. So Dragon Quest X is getting ready for its launch pretty quickly with some screenshots of battle and that. It's getting there, it's getting there. Now here's an interesting thing that started the whole store.
Here? Who are these soldiers?
That Baron de Chivny is behind all this, isn't he?
Yes, my lord. The soldiers are his prince. He's no better himself, except for his noble birth.
We defied him justly, and King Philip protected us for a time.
Now the Baron's given his support to the king against the Templars.
Then the soldiers came. It's payback time, they said. They've already plundered the fisherman's village. Well, you can see the gallows.
What does the Baron want of you?
Pardon me. Bit of stuffy nose this morning. Yeah, that was kind of weird, the big attack during the cutscene. It's like, kill them! They're invulnerable! No! Why the fuck are they invulnerable? I can't do this. This is bullshit.
The soldiers won't let those villagers simply go their way.
So anyway. So, at E3, there was a startling game being demoed that was partially translated. It was the Vocaloid game that's on the Vocaloid game that's on the PSP, the singing voice killers. I don't know how to pronounce her name properly. I'll probably butcher it, but there was a demo of it on E3. And apparently Silicon actually got to ask Sega, why was it there? Why was Project Diva F being demoed in America when there was no announcements or anything? And apparently they said they were just seeing interest of the game. So, but they said there was no plans, and the demo was simply to gauge interest. So it seems like Sega is actually interested in releasing the game. It's just they want to know if there is interest. I mean, they took the time to do it, so why do it if you're not gonna, well, think about it. So I would pop on Sega or something and say, yeah, I'm interested if you're interested in that. Probably a good idea. So Operation Rainfall made a top 10 reasons you should buy Last Story. So let's take a look at that. Number 1, Last Story was directed by the... Basically... What was that? Anyway, it was directed by the director of pretty much every Final Fantasy game in number 12 and below. Watch the credits. I guarantee his name will be there somewhere. Leaving Squaresoft, he founded Mistwalker, which is where the Last Story came from. Mistwalker is also known for Blue Dragons and the immensely Lost Odyssey. The soundtrack was composed by Uematsu. Of course, that's always a great thing. I mean, even Final Fantasy XIV's soundtrack sounds awesome as hell. The French Inquisition is ambushed us in a cave. 3. The Last Story looks fantastic. Well, it does look good, but it's not necessarily the first thing that draws me to a game. It's probably one of the last things to add to the game. Uh-oh.
Surrender your arms, Templars. Promise you a fair trial.
Your actions speak for themselves. We saw your gallows.
Mortal time! Wait, what? Yeah, this was another duel. It was like, what? It's like, yeah, I'm just going, hey, I'll back you up here. I'll shove you back in. Chill! Anyway. It offers a wide, vast of environments, pleasures to explore. The battle system is innovative and unique. Well, I'll be to judge that. I'm really looking forward to the Last Story, though, so hopefully I won't have to delay a Let's Play of it, and hopefully there's no problems in Let's Playing it. Characters are enjoyable to play. I really hope that's true, because I'm really enjoying the cast in Xenoblade, so I really hope they can make them good, too. Aww. Oh. Well, the West went away. I guess some of them are brave. Took one for the hills, the monsters. Templar monsters. Or are they taking us to an ambush? I don't know. Death to them. What was the example? Oh. It's just a pot. Pot of luck. Oh, archers. It's an ambush. Weapons armless can be customized in online multiplayer. That's something I was interested in, because I'm not sure exactly how the online multiplayer works. Confidence is a lot of fun. Deathmatch puts you... It's friends in another. You play as one of the 21 killers, those being the most. There are some NPCs and some enemies. The game makes sure you are all in a even footing. Co-op lets you team up with friends to take down bosses from the main story, except that they will be much stronger than you remember. Co-op is virtually impossible until you beat the game, and on New Game Plus and upgrade your weapons and armor. Aw, that is really sad to hear there. New Game Plus. Well, interesting reasons. Ooh, here's an interesting article. Sony admits that Wii U is a potential risk. Earlier today, Game Industries International reported that Sony admitted that the Wii U could be a potential risk to the PS3, though it seems Sony isn't really worried about that. It's obvious the potential risk, but we really feel good about our content. Jim Raynor, CEO. Jim Raynor? Wait, you mean like from StarCraft 2? StarCraft 1? Or from any StarCraft? What? Anyway, obviously, it came down to content. There are people who buy gadgets for the sake of a gadget, but the point niche. We feel good that our lineup at E3 we showed was good, exciting, and all that. Considering how some people previously said the PS3 and Vita can do anything that Wii can do, but it doesn't surprise me that Sony isn't too worried about the Wii U. What does surprise me is the fact that Sony didn't bundle the PS3 and the Vita together. Maybe they're waiting for Nintendo to announce. Access Games is bringing Ragnarok Tactics to North America, which I think was a PSP game, if I remember correctly. I think. Now here's something I actually saw on Facebook a while ago. Miyamoto wants to make a shooter. In a statement that will no doubt have Mario and Zelda fans in the world screaming, flailing in anger, Miyamoto stated that he would really like to make a first-person shooter at some point, and that if he had the time to play first-person shooters, of course, time to spare first-person shooters. Of course, I've been a whipping boy these people for many years. But what's this? It seems Miyamoto doesn't want to make a first-person shooter about shooting enemies in the face. Instead, he wants to make it about exploring and interacting with the environment, rather than necessarily the question, what kind of weapon do I have? The first-person shooter, what kind of effect does that have on an enemy? I think the structure of a first-person shooter is something that is interesting. Having the 3D space, that kind of idea sounds like what they used in Metro Prime.
Is a lot of soldiers.
Good.
We can distract them, you know.
Personally, I think this might just be crazy, but personally, I think this is a good idea. Now, it's like Japan does not really touch the kind of first-person aspect.
Go check and see.
As people have talked about before, necessarily saying that, just simply saying. I remember a really good article a long time ago that basically told, it's like, a first-person game and a first-person shooter are separate things. You have stuff that's like Portal, that's more of a puzzle game that has no killing at all with, like, a shotgun to the face. Or, what was that one game that it got remade and put on Steam? It was a mod of I think it was a Half-Life mod. It was just solely just exploring the environment, but it was all in first person. I mean, I think Miyamoto could do a lot of interesting things with a first-person aspect. Whether it would be a shooter or some kind of adventure game, who knows? But I actually would be interested in that, to be honest. There was information of the Final Fantasy music game for the 3DS coming to America away. But now the DLC is soon following. It is unknown what DLC songs that are following, but I would assume it's probably most to all of them, and at most, maybe probably not the ones that haven't came to America, like the Zero game on the PSP, which is yet to have gotten any new information, which is sad. And look, in the article I was surprised to find, no hardware revisions to 3DS. I really doubted Nintendo's tempting favor to redo the 3DS when they said, when they did the price drop and said they had no plans to revise the system because, well, basically, since they took such a drop in the price and everything, they took, well, a pretty big hit to their paychecks and wallets and everything.
Brothers, I'm so glad to see you alive. Follow me. I'll lead you to safety.
What's going on? Is there a secret camp? Sweet, I'm glad we found him.
Why do you stop?
Quickly! They must be here somewhere. Shh! The French are here.
Here! The Templars are here!
Oh. Oh well. Just gang up on him and kill him. There he goes. Bastard. But yeah, I was personally surprised there were no plans to hardwire, well, you know, update the 3DS's model and size and all that crap. I figured Nintendo would lie and, well, just do it anyway. But they ain't. And to be honest, that's a small move because they would only piss everyone off really badly. I mean, seriously, there's no way to really piss off people more than to simply, you know, be an idiot. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. So supposedly there was announced that there was going to be a kind of an achievement system on the Wii U, though it isn't vastly known about quite yet. It is kind of iffy at most, basically. Which I'm sure more of that'll come in time when the system's getting closer to release.
You, down there! Come down to my swamp!
Crazy lunatic from the sounds of it. Weirdo.
Have you got my thingy?
What did you say?
This duffer is mad. Mad beyond any help.
I suppose we could look for it.
Now you've gone mad as well. We've got to go.
Yeah, this part's weird. This part involved a lot of weird tracking. Took us a little while to... Oh, didn't you know?
Tell. Which one should we follow?
Where and where to go? But anyway, apparently the fun codes aren't dead yet. Though Nintendo said previously fun codes would be a dead concept with the Wii U. Basically, they said kind of a 50-50 thing. It's kind of dead and it's kind of still around. Apparently they're revising it as more like it. Well, basically with friends, you know, you got like revealed identity and everything. Why, with strangers, though, you could somewhat interact still. They'll many limitations to how you can interact with them unless they become a friend. And there will probably be parental controls to probably further enhance that kind of control too. So overall, it sounds better, to be honest, but it's probably still going to be annoying. So revenge. And that's pretty much a good chunk of the newer news that's been going around that I'm potentially interested in. Still got 4 minutes of this video going, so I guess we could just focus on our venture of tracking down his thingy. No, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed any of the things I talked about. If there's anything else you'd like to know about that, leave a comment, you know. I mean, I know E3 just happened. I need to catch up on most of the stuff that happened at E3 since, well, I didn't really pay attention to much for E3 because, well, like some people, like, just not too excited about E3 these days, so. But, hopefully that catches some interest. I'm gonna get, I know I just started the Lord of the Wings thing, but that's a co-op project with Aaron, so that and the Dead Nation are gonna be done slowly with him. I'm still focusing on Xenoblade, and I do have a side thing that's going to also go up. I know I have all this stuff that keeps going up, but I had to, this was the reason I had some time this week, and this is because Metal Gear Online 2. It's not called 2, but I call it 2 because it's the second iteration of Online that came with Metal Gear Solid 4. Died this week, and I had to play it some before it died. And, well, of course, I recorded myself playing,
commenting behind the heaps of trash.
And then I also Bonham. But then I also did some spectator mode when I went to sleep and got some recordings of different rooms playing in that. So I got some footage of that, and I'm gonna probably that extra footage with the spectator mode, I'm probably going to use it in the same fashion that I've been using the Templar thing. So that footage might be a little while, because like I said, I still have the last Templar. I need to get all this done. I'll be trying to think of new ways to do some more commenting on it, because this is really not much to comment in the game itself myself. I really regret not doing it live, but because it messed up when we first started and that, it's just But anyway, I think I'll just kill it here since there's just only a little while left. So I'll see you all next time, and I hope you enjoyed listening to more ramblings.